It's a wonderful day. I've never seen this day before. So, anytime you get together that way, it's always a good thing. Quite a bit of things are different in terms of our layout and how we're proceeding today, including the format change, which we'll go over that. Don may touch on it. I've got several notes where everybody, the right hand is going to know what the left hand is doing as we proceed. It's certainly my honor to share the stage today. A good friend of mine, an old fraternity brother, and someone we've been in business together and different things. Anyway, Don Nicodemus, the MPP, Missouri Pork Association, the Executive Director. I'm going to turn it over to Don. He's going to open the sale. He's got introductions to make. Right before we get started, I've got a few comments that I want to make, and then we'll grab the winners. They'll come right up here in front, and we'll commence with the auction.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Appreciate the introduction there. Welcome to the Sale of Champions. Like Mike said, there's a few changes this year in the format, but we think we've got a great event on tap for you here today. There's a lot of things we need to kind of get covered as we get into the sale and some introductions to folks. First, we're going to ask Justin Eddy, State MFS President, Seth Hansen, 4H Council State President, come out to lead us in the pledge of allegiance. So if you folks come out there and do that, we appreciate it. All stand, please.
Free flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, it's my privilege next to introduce one of the great fair directors in business, Mr. Mark Lewis. So Mark, wait a minute, I rescued that. Mark, I was excited about introducing you that I skipped over. So Mark said he's not going to sing the national anthem. My bad. So anyway, actually, Mark, read what you got that day. He is going to sing the national anthem first. Sorry.
Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose cross stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and rockets rang the bombs bursting near, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You did a wonderful job. Thanks. Appreciate it very much. Again, next up is going to be Mark Lewis, Director of Missouri State Fair. And Mark has done a phenomenal job here in his capacity at the fair over a number of years. We've been really privileged to work with him. We operate the fourth place here and engage in a variety of activities. Mark, you come forward. I know you guys have introductions to make as well. Mark, give him a hand.
Thanks, Don. My hair is kind of gray, when I thought I was going to sing the national anthem, I started falling out. Just real quick, what a strange year. Just kind of on behalf of the State Fair and State Fair Commission, a lot of changes, a lot of things going on, it's a lot different. I hope this is not the new normal for sure, but we're just really tickled at the end of the day, we got to do the one thing that the fair is all about. And that was get these kids out there and give them a chance to show off their hard work. And, you know, that's what our fair is about. You know, I know we're going to have a little different format today. I know Mike's going to do a great job walking everybody through this, but you know, we're going to have a great sale. We're going to raise a bunch of money for scholarships. We appreciate you being here. The parents out there, thank you so much for sticking with us. And I think at this time, I'm going to introduce, let me introduce the Director or Commissioner, the Chairman of the State Fair Commission. I'll get it right. Mr. Kevin Roberts from Hillsboro, Missouri.
Hello. Welcome everybody to the 2020 Sale of Champions from the Missouri State Fair. I want to challenge everyone. This has been a completely unusual year. I want everyone to know, though, that the Missouri State Fair was committed to doing everything they could to make this possible for all of the young exhibitors. And I'm very, very proud of the fact that despite all of the difficulties that are out there, and certainly it took its toll on a number of county fairs, obviously a lot of other state fairs, but Missouri stood firm and we were able to put on a very credible show, and our young people are the benefactors of that. So thank you very much. I challenge you to come back next year and let's do it even better. I certainly want to take just a minute and thank the staff members from the Department of Agriculture and the staff members for the Missouri State Fair. You don't realize how many different transitions these folks had to do as we walked through the last 4 months. From planning a complete fair to maybe not having a fair at all, to trying to come up with a system that would work. So if you get an opportunity and you see somebody there from the Department of Ag, some of the members of the Missouri State Fair staff, certainly our superintendents, give them a thank you because they've worked really, really hard to make sure that this is possible. It's my pleasure to introduce the balance of the State Fair Commission to you. Our Director of Agriculture does a great job, Chris Chin. Our Vice Chair, Ted Shepard, who's from Kabul. Sherry Jones, who's from Dawn. Don McQuitty, who's from Sunrise Beach. Barbara Hayden, who's from right here in Sedalia. Nikki Cunningham from Rogersville. And our newest member, Randy Little from Republic. These people put in a lot of hours and are committed to the Missouri State Fair. I hope you appreciate that. Let's have a great sale, okay?
Thank you, Kevin. Next, I'd like to introduce somebody, and this is a first in my 16 years out here. You know that you are an outstanding fair queen when you get to come back and do it again. Where this, I told her contract that says another duties as assigned. I don't, you know. So anyway, at this point, she's not behind me. I'd like to introduce our 2019 Missouri State Fair Queen, Chloe Mumford.
Good afternoon, everybody. Like Mark said, my name is Chloe Mumford, and I was crowned the 2019 Missouri State Fair Queen. With some of the provisions that the fair made this year, they decided to cancel the pageant, so I have had the honor of holding my ring over just another year. I really appreciated the opportunity to come back to a place that I truly do hold close to my heart. We get to celebrate these livestock exhibitors, and we've gone back to the basics to celebrate what agriculture is all about. So it's really exciting to see everybody here gathering. It's a sense of normalcy with all of the chaos that's going on. So please give the exhibitors another round of applause.
Thanks, Chloe. She does a great job representing the state fair and agriculture all across the state. We look forward to working with her over the next be helping here a little bit as we get into the sale with some of the mechanics going down here front here. Next person is really privileged for me to introduce is a longtime friend and part of the pork industry here in Missouri, our Director of Ag, Chris Shin. Does an excellent job for you here representing agriculture. And Chris, come forward and make your comment.
Thank you, Don, and thank you for everyone who's here. As you've heard many times, 2020 has been a very different year for us. And when we decided that we were going to have to pivot to the youth livestock show only, we were a little worried that maybe people wouldn't come. But we have more exhibits this year than we've ever had. And it really reinforced that we made the right decision as a commission. And we are excited that you guys are here. This year we got to spend a lot more time as the commission in the barns with you, watching your shows, being with the exhibitors. And the one thing that I saw time and time again were smiles from ears to ear. These kids were so excited and so happy to get to be here in their element and let their hard work pay off. I think I heard everyone say, we will always remember this fair. And I think that's true because we had the opportunity to get to know each other better this year. There were cornhole tournaments in the pig barns. There were dances, not really a real dance, but music playing in all of the barns. You did see people dancing impromptu. So it was fun. And I think that we just want to thank every one of you guys here for this opportunity to put this fair on again for you. But most importantly, I want to thank all the parents, the grandparents, the FFA advisors, the older college kids who are here. Thank you guys for dedicating your time. Thank you for being here to support the youth. I saw so many of the older siblings working with their younger siblings and teaching them the ropes, and that's really what the state fair is all about. So we couldn't do this without your support, and I just want to thank you guys again for being here, sticking it out with us, and we hope that you guys will be back next year for 2021.
Thank you, Chris. We're pleased you're with us here today. You did a great job. There's a lot of work that goes into this whole youth and activity, youth and ag activity, and the sale of champions. I'll introduce a couple of key people. Wayne Oakley, where are you at? Seen you just a minute ago. Wayne's back over here. He's the chairman of the Youth and Ag Committee and superintendent of the Sale of Champions. Rodney Heimer, where's Rodney at? Back over here. Rodney's the vice chairman. Does a great job. And Sharon Toffel, secretary treasurer at the table back here. She's the nuts and bolts that puts all this stuff together and makes it work out. They, along with 30 volunteers, plus 30 volunteers across the state, help raise funds for this whole event and work throughout the year to make this thing a success. Let's ask all the volunteer members of the Youth and Ag Committee here to stand real quick. Along with them, let's give them all a big round of applause. So please stand. Recognize our intern, Allie Abdier from Columbia. She's a senior at the University of Missouri pursuing a degree in ag education. So, wave at everybody today. Let's give her a good job. Again, it goes here to the reference, and I think there's some important things that I need to make sure we mention. Over the years, we've awarded 675 scholarships, totaling $729,000 since this youth and ag program began. I think that's quite a tremendous success story. Began in 1992 with a contribution to Sale of Champions, Youth and Ag supporters, State Fair Foundation, Jason Grandstands and Concession, Science Director Noble Partners, Science Director Genetics, Walmart and Sedalia, Casey's General Stores. Youth and Ag Committee awarded 25 $1,500 scholarships, one $5,000 platinum scholarship, and one $2,500 premium scholarship for the 2021 school year. As I announce the scholarship recipients, if you're here in attendance, please stand and be recognized. The $5,000 platinum winner, Anderson Rogers from Bethany. Anderson's here or not. Some of these students weren't able to be here today. Shelby Stilley from Bellflower received the $2,500 Supreme Scholarship. Those receiving the $1,500 scholarships are Alina Allen from Trenton, Quentin Bailey from Spurville, Gina Brisden from California, Connor Brown from Lamar, Cindy Burkhammer from Silence, Rachel Callison from Verona, Morgan Trussinger from Whitewater, Paige Dahmer from Nevada, Brendan Ailey from Montrose, Jared Purin from Sweet Springs, Alexander Alton from Hamilton, Hannah Junkins from Henley, Alexander Kleinsorge from Middleton, Working late from Camden Point, William Lee from Truxton, Kaylee Lauer from Humansville, Tate Malter from Marshall, Montana Plattner from Chillicothe, Jeffrey Ragsdale from Holiday, Sierra Brazel from Mexico, Megan Schneider from Herman, Cade Shepherd from Mount Vernon, Zane Stone from Centralia, Lauren Wilson from Annabelle, and Blake Wright from Verona. So let's give all these scholarship winners a round of applause. It's important to note 30% of the total value of each animal sold in today's sale will be retained and made available for youth and ag scholarships. The scholarship application will be due by February 1, 2021, and information will be on the State Fair website and be posted the first part of November. Superintendents of the various barns and activities here are David Dick, also need a little bit ago, the beef superintendent, Jerry Reed from Swine. You can see Jerry, I think he's around somewhere back here. Jerry. Liam Buster from Sheep. Waving right. Tony Perriman from Poultry. And Randy Blackburn from Goats. So let's give those folks a round of applause too. This year, Live Auctions TV, which is sponsored by Wheeler Auctions and Real Estate, is broadcasting live, but we take some bids online in addition to the bidding that's done on the seats here today. Champion animals were processed after they were showed in live action TV compared to video each animal that you'll see on big screens up here at the front of the auction block. I want to recognize St. Anna Copenhagen, Live Auctions TV, for all her work and this thing together. Let's give her a hand. Brian Bones from Paul Johnny Hill is back each year. He does a phenomenal job working for us here, putting this thing together and making sure all the nuts and bolts here work with it. Brian's sitting back beside me now. Let's give him a hand. He does a good job. Appreciate it. Champion animals will be processed at the University of Missouri, and we want to thank them as well. The auction is being broadcast today live by KM Local Radio. These guys are sitting over here, Larry and Company. I'm happy to have you with us here. It's streaming live by Carter Media at Bit.com. Updates and interviews will also be found on KMZU Farm 127 FM. Also welcome Sarah Gellner with Missouri Department of Ag, who is streaming the auction live on the Department of Ag's Facebook page. We're happy to have her doing that. And thanks to Elizabeth West, Missouri Farm Bureau, for being here to videotape the sale. They've done that for many, many years. So, Pearl Wall, Pearl's picture is with us again. As an official State Fair photographer, again, a long-time supporter, participant in this activity. We're going to ask the audience to refrain from pictures and photos in front of the stage during the sale so we can make sure we get these square shots from the officials. Tanya Sloan, Deanna Murphy will be coordinating official photos following the sale. Roger Wesley, Steve Adler, they'll be taking buyer information following the purchase, so they'll be rolling around, make sure we get all that stuff recorded correctly. Wayne Oakley, you kind of come forward here right quick while he's making his way up here. I want to mention one thing. You might have seen laying around the seats here a little bit. There's a little flyer about Everett and Ruby Faulkner. Yeah. Folks in this ring don't know Everett. I'd be surprised. He's one of the preeminent livestock folks in the business, has been for many, many years, and we're privileged in Missouri that he will be receiving the Saddle and Sirloin Award. This award began in 1903. In my knowledge, he's about the third pork producer ever to receive this award. Part of the award process is that he's asked to establish a scholarship or activity and fund to help youth develop their leadership, education skills, etc. So he's established a livestock breeding fund at the University of Missouri. I think Everett's down here today. We talked about it in the swine barn the other day. But look that over if you feel inclined to participate in this. Again, it's quite an honor for Missouri to have one of our own recognized in that capacity. And we have the new judging coach here somewhere too. I think it's our local wait. She's waiting at time. Tanya, right back there. I'm happy to have her with us. Real excited to have her on board and working with the programs at the University of Missouri. So these funds will help support her efforts there. So take a look at that. We'd be happy to have your participation. So why do you have the mic now?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Don. I just wanted to make a couple of comments concerning from the Youth and Agriculture Committee. Many of you would know that, and it's been mentioned, the scholarships as well as sales have been held here for many years, since 1992, and things have been gone extremely well. I had a special presentation, but she escaped on me for just a minute, but I'll go ahead and talk about it just a little bit. Sharon Topla, who is our Secretary Treasurer of the Youth and Agriculture Committee, and probably, you know, it's all said, all the individuals that were in their, excuse me, they're recognized in the ring earlier. This lady puts in more time and effort for youth in agriculture at the Missouri State Fair than anybody I know. There's a lot of hard workers out there and a lot of good staff. But is Sharon back up yet? Alan? She's not. Yeah, I'm sorry? Yeah, that's right. But she puts together all the programs that are handed out here. She takes care of all the scholarships. She does all the things that goes with that. I guess John, we may just want to recognize. Oh, there she is. Sharon, come over here. Let's give her a great big round of applause. Those of you that know her, that all of you work with, she is first class. She does as much good for youth in the world as anybody I know. It's interesting how many years she works with throughout the year. And for, I'm not sure how many years, but, you know, we started in 1992, and I think she came on board with Secretary Treasurer early in 2000. So, you know, she's told us that she wants to retire. Rodney, I don't think anybody accepts that in that process. But anyway, most of all, we just wanted to recognize her today in front of this group. A great group of leaders and a great group of young folks that's been here this week. But Sharon, we have I don't know whether you want to say something or not, but we have a card and a package for you. It's gold, but it's not heavy. You know? No, I'm kidding. But again, thank you very much for all you do on behalf of the Youth and Agriculture Committee.
First time I ever got to talk on the microphone. It's been a really personal, wonderful pleasure to be involved with this committee and all of the state fair exhibitors every year. I'm always truly amazed and impressed at your all's work ethic and everything that you bring to the table to help the youth in our state. And the committee's great to work with, but it's time to turn it over to maybe some younger people that'll bring a different, bring some different ideas to the committee. So thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure working.
I'll give the microphone back to Colton here in a minute, but it's important to recognize that people that do the behind-the-scenes work, and a lot of you are involved in that every day. You're on this good associated with it, but she, again, has done a super job, and particularly those of you that have a chance to see her at the end of the sale today, please express our thanks to her. Thank you very much.
Well, everyone, good job, appreciate that. Sharon, we'll probably try to twist your arm, and, you know, if we can, but done a great job for us, we appreciate it. I think we're about ready to sell some animals, Mike, so I'm going to turn it back over to Mike Williams. He's got a few comments to make before we get started.
All right, thank you very much. And I remember, easy for me to say, reiterate, how do you say that? Reiterate. I reiterate everything about Sharon. She's absolutely the hardest worker that I've ever seen, the most dedicated, and she'll certainly be missed. I also, again, want to mention Hannah Copenhagen. She kind of outdid herself as well. When she got asked to be a part of this, she goes, oh yeah, we'll do live auctions.tv, that'll be good. And then the next thing you know, why, we had to have these videos, and one thing led to another, so she's outdone herself as well, putting together, been here all week, taking pictures and doing things, and anyway, hats off to you, Hannah, we appreciate you. Today's activities are somewhat different, and I really like the setup. Many of you are sad that we don't have the stock here in the pavilion. but it's all going to work out fine, and at the end of the day, we're going to have a good day. We're going to be very informal today as we auction this, and it's going to be somewhat different than usual. There's actually going to be 3 numbers that we're going to add together to get a final selling value of each of these animals. And in a lot of ways, in a lot of years, we do that each and every year. But this year, I'm going to have to tell you that it's probably a 3-tier, transparent situation. And I think that you'll like it in the end. The first price is going to be the auction price. And these young people are going to we're going to stream a video of their animal or them showing up here. They're going to come up on the block. We're going to sell at auction that animal. The second thing that Dom's going to, he'll share the numbers with you. But the second thing is the general fund that the Sale of Champions puts together. And an example of where that money comes from in a general fund, if I donated $250 to be used at the Sale of Champions, then they basically can split my $250 out as they see fit over all 10 animals or the scholarships, whatever they want. So there's a sum of money that gets gathered up by all the general donors, and that money is divided amongst you 10 here today. The third, and probably the most important, because some of you really outdid yourself this time, is the hometown support. And of course, that's the money that each of these winners raised after they were named champion or after they were named reserve. They went back to their hometown or a place of business that their parents are associated with or what have you, and they gathered up that money. So that money is the third tier or the third number that we'll add together to establish a final selling price. There is one more option throughout any time during this auction, whether it be online through liveauctions.tv or whether it be somebody out here in the crowd that says, you know, that animal is at $11,700. I'd like to make a donation of $300. And make that a $12,000 animal. You're going to have that opportunity as well. Many of you got higher numbers. If you didn't, obviously we'll take your God-given name. But it's all about the money today. It's all about putting it together. The last thing is, if there's some potential buyers here, I know that there's some that have been set together or they've got together. There's going to be some co-buyers. But the point being is, if co-buyer A and co-buyer B spend $7,000 to buy one of these animals, and they have $3,000 left over, that they basically kind of figured that it's going to go to the Missouri State Fair, the Sale of Champions, and the Scholarship Fund, then they'll have that opportunity to stand up and donate that money however they want it donated. So it's really fairly simple. Don't outthink it. We're going to have an auction. We're going to start down on a lower value that everybody can raise their hand that wants to participate and be a part of it. That said, and let's be honest, youth and agriculture is on our minds way more than we ever probably imagine or think about. You know, if you're a parent and you're a grandparent, you're into a farm transition or a livestock transition, land transition. You're wondering where that land or livestock is going to go, and you're wanting to make sure that it goes to a good place. It goes to one of your heirs. It's often been said in land and actually in farming, and I'll be honest with you, the more I'm in the auction business, and I've been there a long time, the more I kind of think about it. The first generation acquires something, the second generation tends to build it, and the third generation tends to sell it or get rid of it. And quite honestly, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. It is what it is. But the point being is, it's a very true aspect of how agriculture and how farming goes. And it doesn't matter whether you're in ag business, whether you're a banker. If you work all your life to try to build something, And so, and I'll do it as an auctioneer. There's going to be others of us that aren't going to be here next year, as besides Sharon. And that said, you know, I'm not too worried about who's auctioneering next year. What I'm worried about is that they'll carry on. And I think in agriculture, one of the things that we think is very valuable to each of us is that we've got somebody that can carry on. You know, the real purpose of contributing money to any organization or any cause can be boiled down to one word in my mind, and that's benefit. And in the big picture, anything that you do to promote youth and agriculture, and today it's from a financial standpoint, you will benefit. They're going to benefit from college funds and being able to acquire more stock and such. The scholarship funds, there's going to be hopefully 30 to 40 kids that are going to have scholarship. They're going to benefit. But when a bunch of us are gone, or retired, or wonders what the heck we're going to do next to kind of make ends meet, we're going to be able to look at young people because we know that they're going to help them as we build them. I want to take you back one thing, and then we're going to get started. 7 or 8 years ago, and I think it all kind of jives together here, and it was in a Super Bowl, and you will remember Paul Harvey saying, on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer. And the next thing in that advertising, and the thing that we all remember, we remember the Dodge trucks. Hats off to Dodge. If it wasn't for Yellowstone and that commercial, they probably done more for Dodge trucks than any two aspects of advertising. But at the end, you remember that Dodge truck and that barn, and then the little slogan that said, to the farmer and all of us. And I think that it's very important, regardless of whether you're a young person sitting in those seats, or whether you're one of the grandmas and grandpas sitting up in the bleachers. We've got a story to tell, and we've got an opportunity to tell it. And you know, on that note, I don't worry as much. When I was younger, I used to worry about PETA. And I used to worry about all the vegetarians and all the people that were opposed to my train of thought. As I get older, I've decided that I don't worry near as much about them. I'll let pork producers deal with some of those, and I'll let the beef councils and so forth. I worry about the movable middle, the young people, or the ag teachers, not the ag teachers, the school teachers and the people that we associate with on a daily basis, that where we can advocate for agriculture, and we basically are advocating to those who in agriculture that are illiterate. It's very important. The pandemic has made it a lot easier in some ways, because there's been people wondering about where their food's coming from and never worried about it before. So that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think today is an important day. I think the benefits could be wonderful for everybody. Don, if you'll introduce the Grand Champion steer, we'll have an auction.
Okay, well, thank you, Mike. First animal we're going to sell today, we are Grand Champion steer, and as Mike said, we'll try to highlight the kind of money that's been raised prior to the auction. As we stand today, there's about $20,435 that's been raised for that animal. That's a combination of hometown support and general fund contributions. And exhibited by Austin Dorman of Wright City. He's the son of Joy and Tracy Dorman. Austin's a member of the Wright City FFA chapter. He had a crossbred steer weighing in 1,310 pounds. Austin, welcome to the sale. Mike?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the auction's on. Once again, congratulations, Austin. Once again, fellas, the auction price that we established here today will be added to the general fund, and Austin's $15,225 that he raised in hometown support, and that'll be the final selling price of the hall. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the auction's on. I didn't introduce the ring yet. Cole Williams off to the left. Pat Henderson, no stranger to you. Brett Sayre out in the center, guys. Turn your bids into them. If they can help facilitate any co-buyers or something throughout the day, we'll be glad to do that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the auction's on. What do you want to get for them? You're going to tell me what are they going to have up to $5 grand. I just want to be able to buy my hair. You're going to tell me $500 bill, 5 5. 5 would have been now, 5 would have been now, 7.5, 7.5 now, $1,000 bill. 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, 15. $1,500 bill, 1 beat now, 17, 52, 22 and a half, 5. 25, 7 and a half, 3. 3 grand, 35, 4. 4 is going to be able to do the 4 more. You're going to tell me 5 would have been the 4 now, 5. 45. 45 would have been now, do it now, 5 would have been the 45. 5 grand, 5. 55. 55 would have been now, 55 would have been, Wendy, you're out. 5 grand, 5,500 where? 5 grand, 55 would have been now, 5 would have been the 5. You're going to tell me 55 would have been now, 5 would have been the 5, 5. Good 5. 55 would have been now, 7 and a half, now 6 grand. 6 grand where? Here's the number of the day. You're going to tell me take a bit of the 6 grand where? 6 grand, 6,500 now, 7, now 7. 7 grand, 75 now, 8. 8 grand where? 8 now, 5. 85, 9. 85 would have been now, 9, but the 9 now, 9 now, 9. 9, 95. 95 would have been now, 9, but the 95 where? 9 grand, 95 where? 9 grand, but the 92 and a half. Did you? 2 and a half. 2 and a half now, 5. 95. 10 grand, is that what she's saying? 10 grand, I like her style. I like it a lot. 10 grand, 10, 5. 10 grand, we're going to 10, 10, 5. 10 grand, we're going to 10, now 10, we're going to 10, 5 where? 10 grand, we're going to 10, 5, we're going to 10, 5. 10 grand, 10, 5, what do you think? 10 grand, 10, 5, we're going to 5, anybody else? 10, 5, we're going to 5, 10, 2 and a half. Now 10, 5. No 50s. 10, 5. 11. That's all to her. The offer is $15,000. Did anybody happen to notice how easy that was? $15,000. Somebody give me 20. 15,000 will be there now. 20. 15, 16. 15,000 will be able to 15, 16. Where? 15,000 will be able to with 15, 5 help anybody before we go. 15 time, 1 time. Here we go. Sold right out there at $15,000. That's Starline Brass Farm, is that right? Okay. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Austin Jordan, and I'd like to thank a couple of people that helped me get along so far here. First, I'd like to thank everyone out in the audience for coming out, especially with all the hard issues that we've faced. I'd especially like to thank the buyer of my 2020 Supreme Champion Market Steer. I'd also like to thank the Governor Carson, Missouri State Fair, and the Missouri State Fair Foundation for making sure that the fair goes on, because I know a lot of state fairs ended up being canceled. A lot of kids that worked hard didn't get to show their stuff off. I'd also like to thank the auctioneers for donating their time and stuff, and also the live auctions for hosting that on TV for people that couldn't make it out here. I'd like to give a special thanks to my family and friends, especially my mom, dad, brother Cody, my girlfriend, and everyone else in my family that helped me get here. I also like to thank Boyd Bennett. Wes Kelvin and everyone else that helped me get to look the way we did. It's always been a dream of mine to win the Missouri State Fair Steer Show. And I'd also like to thank all the businesses back home that donated to the hometown support that greatly appreciated us in the short time that we had to get everything ready. And I'd also like to thank anyone else that helped me throughout the years of all my showing. Thank you guys again.
Brought to a great start. Thanks again, Barbara Hayes and Starline Brass for the purchase of the Grand Champion Steer today. We thank you, and we really appreciate your continued support of the State Fair and you here in the state of Missouri. Grand total on the steer today will be $35,935. So, good job on that.
Now remember, that's subject to change. It could go up, depending on how the rest of this day goes and how some allotted money and so forth, some more contributions such. But at this point, it's 35,935. That's a pretty fair number.
Right, exactly. And like I said, online additions are welcome. If anybody wants to say, I'd like to chip in some extra money to the scholarship fund and put it on this particular animal, we're open to that at any point in time. So, next item, lot number 2, Reserve Champion Steer, exhibited by Gage Baker of Fulton, son of Rod Lee Baker. Gage is a member of the Rising Sun 4-H Club and a crossbred steer weighed in at 1,325 pounds. Let's put our hands together. Welcome, Gage, to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
My commission going to sale, our hometown support is $16,700. The allocation, which is a great job, so the allocation is $4,168, so we're beginning here with a base of $20,868.
all right, now let's find the auction price on this guy. Here we go, tell me. If I go down here, what about the $5,000 wear? Let's start in the basement, 500, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 10, 12.5, 15. 50, that's the 17, now 2, 22.5, 5, 7.5, 3. $3,000 cold, $3,000, 335, 4 grand, 4, 4 grand, 45, 5 grand, 55. 55 would have been there, 6 grand, 65 wear. 6 grand, 65 would have been there, 5 would have been 65. 6 grand, 65 would have been there, 5 would have been 65. 65 now, 7 grand. 7 grand, gotta be 75. 75, 80. 75 would have been there, 8 would have been 8 now, 5. 8 grand would have been there now, 85 would have been there, 5 would have been 85 would have been 8 grand, 85. 8 grand, 85 would have been there, 5 would have been 8 grand, 85. 8 grand, 85 would have been there, Pat's in the lead at 8, 85 where? 8 grand would have been 80, 82 and a half, sound more soothing. 82.50, here we go. 8 grand, 82 and a half, one time I sold on the right, $8,000, $8,000. Buyer number 2. And number 16, 2 and 16. Climate Corp and Independent Aggies, thank you very much. Climate Corp and Independent Aggies, thank you.
Hi, I'm Gage Baker. I'm a member of the Rising Sun 4-H Club. I'm 13 years old. First off, I would like to thank all the people that helped me with my animal this year. I would like to thank Brian Crow, Trent Templeton, Aaron Bruheim, and my dad. I could not have done this without all of you guys. Thank you, Brian, for helping me find another steer that is chosen to be in the Sale of Champions. Thank you, Trent, for always being willing to help me with all of my animals and teaching me different things. Thank you, Aaron, for helping me with all my steers and also being willing to help me with anything I need. Thank you, Dad, for watching my steers when I was gone. Thank you for getting them up in the mornings and everything else you did for me. I could not have done it without all of you guys. Thank you. I would also like to thank Governor Carson, Director Wolf, and the State Fair Commission for making the State Fair Youth Show possible this year. All of the exhibitors worked really hard all year, and I'm glad we were able to show at the State Fair this year. Thank you to all the 4-H and FFA staff who worked this year and made it as normal as possible for the exhibitors. Last, thank you to my hometown supporters and my buyers today. I appreciate all the support I received from my hometown and the buyers who were in attendance today. It means a lot to all the exhibitors who are selling today. Special thanks to my buyer, Brian.
Good job, man. So again, lot 2 of Reserve Champions here. The whole total price as it stands so far, it could go up like Mike said, is $28,868. The buyers was Climate Corp and NU Independent Aggies. So let's give the buyers another round. Thanks for you guys. Lot number 3 will be our next animal offered, Grand Champion Barrel, exhibited by Peyton Rogers from Savannah, daughter of Blaine and Melissa Rogers. Peyton's member of the Kodiak Cadets 4-H Club, crossbred barrel with 289 pounds. Let's welcome Peyton to the sale. Give her a hand.
All right, congratulations on that pair. They were 600 some head of bears out
Big
there.
bear show, we got $7,310 gathered up going into the sale between the hometown sport and fund money, so let's add to it as all.
All right, guys, let's get on to the champion bear, if you would. Here we go. Here we go down, we're looking at what about the 10 grand winner. Then a little bit of the 5 grand, here we go. 500, 500, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, 2. 2 grand, 25, hold right there, 25, 3. 3 grand, 35, 4. 4 grand, 45, 5. 5 grand, 55. 55 of it now, 6 grand, 65. 55 of it now, 7 grand, 75. 75 of it now, 5 of it, 8 grand, 85. 85 of it now, 5 of it, 85 where? 85 of it now, 5 of it, 5 now, 9. 85, 9. 80, I've got Heimer in back here. One Heimer's in, one Heimer's out. 8,500, 8 grand, 85. 85 of it now, 5 of it, 85 of it, 5 where? 85, 9. 85 of it now, 9 of it, 9, 95. 95 of it now, 5 of it, 95 of it, 5 now, 5. 95 of it now, 10 grand. 10 grand of it, 10, 5, 10, 5 of it, 5 now, 11. 11 grand. 10, 5, 11. 10, 5 of it, 5 now, 11 grand where? 11 grand of it, 11 grand of it, 10, 5 of it, 5, 11 grand. 10, 5, who thinks you're in the lead? 10, 5 is right up here. 10, 5 is right up here. And you've got a partner if that's all right. You don't have a partner. Well, you've got one sitting beside you, but she's not going to write a check. I've got 10,500, 11,000, 11,000, 11,000. 10, 5 of it to the 5, 11,000 where? 10, 5 of it to the 5, 11,000. Here we go. 10, 5, 11, one time. Sold right up here, 10,500, 10,500. Who are your buyers? And I'll tell you who's mine. Oh, buyer number 6. All right, buyer number 6. Heimer Associates. You knew way more about this than I did. Your partner is Edward Jones, if that's all right. Edward Jones Company, and their associates, and Heimer Associates, all right? All right, thank you, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Peyton Rogers. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Savannah, Missouri. While this is only my 3rd year showing in Missouri, I've shown myself my whole life. My experience in this industry started in California. We raised cattle in an area where agriculture was a big thing, although there were many people who didn't know as much about the industry and took things related to agriculture for granted. When we moved to Missouri 4 years ago, I thought things would be completely different, that everyone would know about agriculture and supported the industry. But I soon learned that there were still people that didn't understand. Throughout my years of showing, I realized that there is so much more to the experience than just competing at a show. Not only do these fairs allow us to compete with our projects, but more importantly, it helps us tell the story of agriculture. This year has opened my eyes to so many things. I realized to never take anything for granted because you never know how fast something you love to do can get taken away. Throughout this industry, I've made many friends throughout the country, and after talking to them this summer, I've seen firsthand how different the summer shows took place. Many of my friends had shows canceled or had to rely on people from this industry to put them on, while those of us from Missouri were able to continue with the show as they were in years past. It showed me the difference in how Missouri sees agriculture. Not only was it cool to see how hard everyone fought for the Missouri State Fair to happen, but for the governor to show up and support it was truly incredible. Although this is only my 3rd year showing at the Missouri State Fair, I was able to attend it while in California, and ever since then it has been a dream of mine to win the fair show. Over the past 3 years while working towards this moment, I've met some of my best friends, and which have turned into family. Words really can't describe the way I feel about you guys. I'm so thankful for all you guys have done for me and my family. You guys have always been in my corner and supporting me with everything I do. I will forever be grateful for the relationship we have made that will never be able to be replaced. None of this would be possible without the support of my parents and my sister. We do it as a family. Thank you guys for making all my dreams become a reality. I feel so blessed for all the memories we have made, and I'm looking forward to all the new ones yet to come. It has been an honor to participate in the Sale of Champions, and I would like to thank all my hometown supporters and everyone who came out today to support me.
grand total of the grand champion barrel is $17,810, thanks to Hyman Associates and Edward Jones for being our in-auction buyers here today. Next up, lot number 4, Missouri champion barrel, exhibited by Connor Keithley from Chillicothe, son of Chad and Betsy Keithley. Member of the Chillicothe FFA chapter, is crossbred barrel weight 292 pounds. We have a total of $28,000 accumulated from hometown support, which is $23,900, and from the fund of $4,168. So off to a great start. Welcome, Connor Sale. Give him a hand.
Yes, sir. We don't ever keep records of that, but $23,900 that this man's gathered up before we ever even get started is something special. I'll tell you, hats off to you. All right, let's get going, boys. On to the champion there. Tell me, you would have done me, would have been able to $5 grand where? I think would have been able to 500, 500, 7.5, 7.5, now 10, 10, 12.5, 15. 15 would have been able to 15, 29, 5, 3, 35, 35, 4, 39 would have been now 4, would have been 4, now 5, 45 where? 45, 5 grand. 5 grand, would have been 5, now 55, 55, 6, now 5, 65 where? 65 would have been now 7 grand. 7 grand, 75, 7 grand, 75, 7 grand, look at this, Bolt, I've got you in at 7 grand. You gotta be, Nelson, Bolt looking right at it, 7 grand, 75, 7 grand, 75 where? 7 grand, 75, but now I'll let him in for 2.5, 7 grand, 250, 7 grand, 2.5, I'm gonna do 2.5, I'm gonna be there now, 7 grand, 72.50 where? 7 grand, 72.50, are you done? 7 grand, 72.50, one time sold Fulton Williams there, right down there, $7,000. Buyer number 9. Buyer number 9. And 15. All right. Team Sloan Livestock. And buyer number 5 is, or it was number 9. Number 9, BTC Bank. You betcha, Mr. Fish. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Connor Keithley. It is such a great honor to be the son of our two grand champion, Mark Guerrero. The 2020 show season of Missouri State Fair were ones that I'll never forget. I began the show season wondering if I was going to get the chance to show any of my swine. I am so appreciative for the shows that so many people will probably put on, and especially giving the motion for the support to the youth and livestock here at the Missouri State Fair. First, I'd like to thank my buyers and hometown supporters. I've been overwhelmed by their support and willingness to donate to this sale. Second, I'd like to thank the staff of the Youth and Agriculture Fund of the Missouri State Fair Foundation for all the hard work in putting together this show and sale. Without them, none of this would be possible. Next, I would like to thank the Team Sloan Group for their guidance and assistance this show season. I am fortunate enough to work with this great group of people who lead some amazing lifestyle. I also can't say enough about Lance Martin. He introduced me to showing Dave and Sherry's passion for FFA with me. He is an amazing mentor both in and out of the show room. To my show family, you're all incredible people that I appreciate more than you know. I want to give a special shout out to Ivan family for everything you do for me. I couldn't do it without you guys. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents, friends, family for all their support this year. A special thanks to my girlfriend Liz. It means the world to me that you have you by my side all the way. Thanks again for this privilege. I am so blessed and grateful to have gotten this experience.
Congratulations. Good job, man. We got a total on that animal of $35,068. Our buyer BTC and Team Sloan took all their hands. Good job. Our next entry will be Grand Champion Lamb, lot number 5. Exhibitor Ray Rogers from Savannah, daughter of Blaine and Melissa Rogers. Remember the Kodiak Cadets. Hampshire Lamb weighed 123 pounds. Welcome, Reagan, to the sale. I'll tell you right now that we got $6,047 raised hometown and fund support. And give her a hand and let's start the sale.
All right. Was that the record on that reserve barrel? Is that a record price? Yeah, that was a new record for that reserve barrel, guys. That 35,000 plus. So, all right, guys, we championship land code, here we go, we come into the general fund, the hometown support. Let's find the auction money right now. Here we're gonna donate, what are they gonna have? Here we're gonna donate $3,000. We're gonna donate, we're gonna do this, we're gonna donate about 500, 5, 7.5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 1,500, donate, we're gonna do 15, 17.5, $2,000, $2,000. Hold that up there, 22.5, 5, 25 of it now, 7.5, $3,000, $3,000, 35 of it, 5, $4,000, 35 of it now, 5 of it, 4, now 4 of it, 37.5, 37.5, 4, 45, 5, 45 of it now, 5 of it, $5,000, 5,000, 55. Wendy, you at 5, 55, 55. I got Wendy at $5,000, 55, 55 of it now, 5 of it, 55 now, $6,000, 65, 55 of it now, 65 of it now, 5 of it, 2.5, 62.5, 62.5, 62 now 5, 65, 67.5, 55 of it now, 7.5 of it, 65, 750, 55 of it now, 7.5, 7.5. Didn't get you, Pat. 65 is right there. 7, did you get it? Now $7,000. Now $7,000. $7,000 where? $7,000. We're gonna do $7,000. This is a lot more fun. $7,000. $7,000. We're gonna do $7,000. We're gonna do 67.5. $7,000. Which one you got, Pat? 67.5. Show me. Are you in his section? Maybe. Well, don't be in his section. I was getting excited. Now, I don't want you not to work. I just don't want you to be in his section. Wendy, you're in at 6,500. 67.50. 65 of it now, 7.5. 55. Unless you want to trade sections, don't you like it over there? All those independent Aggies are sitting there in front of you. 55 of it now, 67.5. Are you done? That is right. That is right. 65, 67.5. Sold right down there, 6,500. Fire number 7. Fire 7.
And 3. Mike. And 3.
And number 3, Rivas Incorporated. Hey, I've got an idea. If you're receptive for one more buyer at a level of 2,000, I'm going to put Edward Jones with you. You mind? That's going to raise that selling price to $8,500. And your buyers are going to be Rivas, they're going to be CFM Insurance, and they're going to be Edward Jones. Is that okay, Wendy? All right, thank you. Thank you.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Missouri State Fair Committee for making this show happen. I appreciate that all you guys have done, especially since it's been hard this year because of COVID. It's been a concern of mine and my family about shows happening, so I'm very grateful that this show happened. It has been fun getting to show here each year. I want to thank my buyers. I appreciate your support. I appreciate people coming out here today. I want to thank my hometown support for their donations. I want to especially thank my family who always believe in me. I will always know that you will support me in anything. I want to thank my friends. When I moved here to Missouri, I knew about it all, but the HH crew welcomed our family in, and I always appreciate that. I want to thank Ty, Nicole, Canton, Cooper, and Victoria for giving me advice to feed my sheep. I want to thank my buyers and supporters one last time.
All right. Where's my seller? Look up here a minute. Look up here a minute. I completely asked you if you minded that Edward Jones added another 2,000. You didn't mind, did you? I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Okay, so we have the grand champion land, $14,547 is the total combined dollars today. CFM Insurance, Rivas, and Edward Jones, the buyers. Let's give them all the way around the applause. Thank you. Ready now for the reserve champion lamb. Exhibitor by McKenna Brown from the Osho, daughter of Vincent and Jason Bond. McKenna is a member of the Osho FFA chapter. Hampshire lamb weighed 153 pounds. We have a total of $8,295 to start the auction. Combined hometown and functional support. So let's welcome McKenna to the stage. Start the sale.
All right, you betcha. Good job on hometown support again, ladies and gentlemen. The auction's on the reserve land. Here we're going to donate. We're looking at about 500 where. I'm going to bid now 500 to 5. We're going to donate 500 to 500 where. I'm going to bid now 5, 7 and a half. 7 and a half. We're going to 5, 7, 15, now 10, 10, 12 and a half, 15. 15, then we're going to 1500 where. 15, we're going to 15. Which one you got, Cole? 15, we're going to 15, 15, 17 and a half, 2. 2 grand, we're going to do, yeah, we're going to donate 10, we're going to do now 2. 1751 there, now take a minute to 2,000 where? 1752. Who thinks they're in the lead over here? 1750. Which one? 2. 2 that oh, they're together. 70 now take a minute to 2, now take a minute to 2. 2 grand, 22 and a half. 22 would have been now 22 and a half, gotta be 5. 25. 25 would have been now 5, now 7 and a half. 25 would have been now 7 and a half where? 25 would have been now 7 and a half, a minute to 5, 750. 25 would have been now 7 and a half, a minute to 25, 750 one time. 25 would have been now 7 and a half, a minute to 25, 750. Are you done? 2,500, 2,750. Who wants to have a $2,500 land? Somebody give me 750. 27 and a half. 25 would have been now 7 and a half. Are you done? Here we go. 2,500, 27 and a half. One time I sold $2,500 bill. 2,500. We shall have 40 and 20. 40. Grant Company and Missouri State Fair concessionaires, Missouri State Fair concessionaires, and the Grant Company. Thank you very much, Skip.
Hi, my name is McKenna Brown. I have the Reserve Champion Market Land. I would like to start off by giving a special thank you to all of my buyers and hometown support. I feel very blessed that you guys have supported me during this once in a lifetime experience. I would also like to congratulate all the other champions in the sale and thank you and Ag Committee for all that they do. I'd also like to thank the Missouri State Fair Board and the workers in the state of Missouri for making this possible during such an uncertain time. Very special thank you to my mom, dad, and sister for their endless support and help making my dreams come true. They have worked hard to get me where I am today, and I will forever be grateful. I would also like to thank Tyler Lee for placing this land with me and for all of his guidance, and the Hobbs Showlands for raising such a great land. Additionally, I would like to thank Tyler Jenkins, Phyllis Wright, my grandma, and Bob Oswald. Thank you guys for everything.
All right, congratulations. Congratulations, good job. We've got a grand total of that stands right now at $10,795. Thanks to Grant and the Missouri State Fair concessionaires for doing it. Let's give them a hand as well. Goodbye.
All right, over 10,000 with the Reserve Champion land.
$10,795. Okay, the grand champion Pete Goat will be next. Lot number 7. Exhibit by Stetson West, Lamar, son of Casey and Brooke West. He's a member of the Show Me 4-H Club. He had a 4 goat to weigh in at 93 pounds. He's got a total of about $5,392 gathered up between hometown and function support. Let's welcome Stetson to the stage.
All right, Stetson, you betcha. Another good job on hometown support, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with your champion goat, and we're going to give for him. Here we're going to donate 5 grand where? I'm going to be looking at the 5. Here we're going to donate 5, we're going to do 2 grand, we're going to do 1,000. Got it right here, 10, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 2. 2 grand, we're going to do 22 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 27 and a half, he's out in 3. 3 grand, we're going to do 3, now then we're going to do 27.53. 3 grand, we're going to do 27.53. 3 grand, 32 and a half, 5, 35, 4. 4 grand where? 4 grand, we're going to do 4 grand, 35, we're going to do 4 grand. Yes, we're going to 45. What do you think? 45 minutes, now 5 grand, 5 grand. 45 minutes, now 5, we're going to do 5 grand where? 45 minutes, now 5, we're going to do 5 grand, 5, 55. 55 minutes, now 55 minutes, now 5, we're going to do 55. Here we go. 5 grand is offered. Man on the phone said 5 grand. You want to be 52 and a half? 52 and a half, 5 grand, 2 and a half where? 5 grand, we're going to do 52 and a half, we're going to do 5 grand, 52.50 where? 5 grand, we're going to do 2 and a half, we're going to do 2 and a half, what do you think? 5 grand, 52, now 5, now 5, now 5, 55, 55, we're now 5, we're going to do 55, we're going to do 5, one more. Yes, 55, now 7 and a half, 55, we're now 7 and a half where? 55, we're now 57.50. Everybody understand me all right? 57.50. 55 of it now, 7 and a half, are you done? Here we go. 55, 57 and a half, one time I sold over there on the corner, $5,500 bill, 5,500. Buyer number 50. Is that Heritage Tractor? Oh, 50. Yeah, Heritage Tractor out of Lamar, Missouri. Is that right? Heritage Tractor, Lamar, Missouri. Thank you. Yeah, that's Ken Wagner's who that is. All right.
Well, first off, thanking my buyer and everybody that has helped the youth in agriculture this year. I know how hard of a year it is with COVID and everything. I would also like to mention Mike Parsons for coming to the fair. I mean, I don't think I've seen a government like that that just showed up and showed support to everybody in the barns. I'd also like to thank the group of people back there on the back. I don't think I can remember all of their names right now because there's so many of them. But especially my mom and dad and my two sisters, I couldn't do anything without them. The arguments we've had in the barn is probably what's kept me going, to be honest. This many buckets have flew across our barn, you wouldn't be surprised, but that's what keeps me going. I'd also like to thank everybody who's came and supported me here today. Thank you guys.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, good job there. 10,892 is the total. Heritage Tractors are buyer. Let's give our buyers and people a hand on that. Grand champion, you go. Give them a hand.
Over 10,000, thank you.
The third champion, Vigo, lot number 8, is owned by Gary Porter from Mercer, son of Gary and Lori Porter. Remember the North Mercer MFS Chapter had Porterville weighed in at 91 pounds. We've got about $10,800 gathered up for this animal. We'll begin the process here today. Let's welcome, excuse me, I said Gary, Gray. Welcome Gray to the stage. Give him a hand.
All right. Hey, Gray. $10,300. Hats off to you. You come work for me. All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Tell me what you're thinking here. What about here we go. You're going to tell me $5,000 where? I'm going to make it into 500. Let's get it going. 500, 7.5. 7.5 now 10. I'm going to 1,000. I'm going to make it into 10. 10 where? I'm going to make it into 10. Now 11. Now 12. 12 grand. I'm going to 12. 5. I'm going to there we go. 12. 12. But even now 15. I'm going to 17 and a half. 2. 2 grand where? 2 grand. I'm going to 2 grand. 22 and a half. 5. 25 a bit now. 5. I'm going to 25 now. 7.5. 25 a bit now. 7.5. I'm going to 25. 750. 25. 7.5. 3. 3 grand. I'm going to 3 grand. We're going to do anything. I'm going to 3. 3. 27.53. You want more? You're going to do me 3 grand. I'm going to 3. Now 3. 27.50. Now thank. I'm going to 3. 3. You want me there? 3,000 is all I'm asking. 27.50 is offered. Now 3. Now thank. I'm going to 3. 3. 3 grand. I'm going to 3. Now thank. You're in gold. That's right. 27.53. 3 grand. I'm going to 3. Now thank. I'm going to 3. You want me more? 3 grand. I'm going to 3. Now 3. Now 2 and a half. 32 and a half. 3 grand. 32 and a half. 3 grand. 32 and a half. Yes, 2 and a half. Now 5. 35 a bit now 5. I'm going to do a bit now 5. I'm going to 5. Anybody else before I go? 32.50 is on the left. Looks like there's a conspiracy going on. 32 and a half. 35 where? 32 and a half. 35. I'm going to 5 one time. I sold on the left. 32.50. 32.50. Buyer numbers 9 and buyer numbers 5. That would be BTC Bank and ADM Animal Nutrition. Is that right? BTC Bank and ADM Animal Nutrition. Hats off to you. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I went back to my high school years and procrastinated, and I didn't get my speech done. So here we are. Still don't know what I'm going to say, but I started showing 10 years ago, and I set those lower goals, like winning the county fair and going to a jackpot and winning it. And then once you start getting towards the end of your career, you start setting that final goal. And for me, it was going to the Sale of Champions at the state fair. And I'd just like to thank everyone that helped get me there. Kendrick Miller War Goose for always putting me on a good animal, and my brothers and my family for always supporting me. And I'd like to thank the buyers, Governor Parsons for allowing us to have the fair, and the state fair, with such little time to be able to plan. It's pretty incredible the way they had this thing organized, and it was a great fair, and I'd like to thank everyone.
Again, congratulations, $14,071 BTC and ADM with the buyers. Have to make one, there's a correction in your catalog. One of the hometown support people should be listed as Cedar Ridge Aviation. And I think it was not quite an aviator the way it was listed, so make sure we give credit to Cedar Ridge Aviation, and congratulations to Gray and BDC and ADM. Thanks for that particular deal. Let's give them a hand as well. So our grand champion, Ken Chicken, delivered by Lauren Bailey from Clinton, daughter of Catherine Bailey and Danny Bailey. Lauren's a member of Clinton FFA. Her pin of Cornish hens weighed an average of 60.92 pounds. Let's welcome Lauren to the stage.
All right, you betcha. Good job again on that hometown support. We appreciate you, fellas, and brothers and the champion Penny Chickens and tell me. You were going to tell me what we're going about the, here we go. You were going to tell me what we're going about the 500. Let's get it going. 500 now, 500 to 500, 5, 7 and a half, 10. Top of the bill. That would be 11 10, 12 and a half, 15. 15 women to 15, 17 and a half where? 15, 17 and a half, 2 grand, 22 and a half, 5, 25. 25 women now, 5, 7 digit, 25, you're right, 7 and a half, 3 grand, 3 grand, women to 2 and a half, 5. 32 and a half, 35 women to 5, 7 and a half, 4. 4 grand, women to 4 grand, 4 grand. Shoot the buckshot, give me 5 grand. 4 grand, women to 4, 45. 4,000, 2 and a half. I'll let you give me more. 4 grand, 2 and a half. 4 grand, we're going to 2 and a half. Where? 4 grand, we're going to 42 and a half. We're going to 2 and a half. We're going to 4 grand, 42, 50. 40 grand, we're going to 2 and a half. We're going to 4 grand, 42 and a half. One time. 4 grand, we're going to 2 and a half. 42 and 41. Help anybody before I go? 41. 41. Am I missing anybody? 4 grand, 41. 4 grand, we're going to 41. Here we go. I have Brett's in the lead and everybody else is out. 4 grand, 41, one time. So $4,000, $4,000. Who shall have it? Item number 14. Oh my, that's an MU Sigma Alpha sorority, Hawthorne Bank, and Subway. And that would be in memory of Mike Riley. Many of you remember Mike Riley. He was here for years and years and years with the concessionaires. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I would like to say thank you to my buyers, MU Sigma Alpha Sorority, Hawthorne Bank, and Subway. I would also like to say thank you to my hometown support. I have a great community, and it really meant a lot to me how far everyone went for my project. I have to give a lot of credit to my older brother Miles, who started me on this project when I was 8 years old and has taught me everything he knows. Also to my mom for driving me around to shows and helping me wash my chickens and everything. And also shout out to Stover Hatchery for supplying me with good quality birds. Thank you.
Okay, again, we had 6,000 hometown support, 416 from the fund, 4,000 live bidders a day, total on the grand pin of chickens, $10,416. That is a record according to my bigger list I have up here, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. MU Sigma Alpha, Subway, Hawthorne, let's give them all a big round of applause.
All right. Record chickens.
Dessert champion, Penny Chickens. Jason Eagles from Polo. It's the first time Jason has exhibited at the state fair. Daughter of Jason and Gina Peoples, member of the Polo Trailblazers 4-H club. Had a pin of Cornish cross chickens, weight average of 6.6 pounds each. Let's welcome Jason to the stage. Her cousin, Mary Copeland, will be assisting her today. We have about $2,600 accumulated to start the auction, and we'll see where we wind up. So let's give them a hand.
All right, good deal. All right. Isn't that a beautiful smile on that young lady? I can see it from the back of her head. That's how good a smile that is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bid on a while. Here we go, dummy. We're looking here, 500 where. I would have been down 500 to 500 where. I would have been down 500 to 500 all day, 500 to 500, 500 where. I would have been down 5, 2.5, 5. 5 would have been down 5, 5 to 5, 7.5. 7.5, I carry the mail, 7.5, 10. That would have been down 10, 5 to 5, 5 to 10, now 10. 15, 5 to 15, 5 to 15, 15, 5 to 15, 5 to 15, now 17 and a half. 1500 now 17 and a half, up to the 15, 1750 where? 1500 now 17 and a half, up to the 15, 17 and a half, now 2. Half, you're out, I'm in it. 1750, 2 grand. 17 now take, up to the 2, ever get it down, take, up to the 2, now 2. Anybody else care to be? $2,000. 1750 is offered, 2,000 where? 1750 now 2,000, up to the 2, now take, up to the 2 grand, here we go. 1750, 2 grand, one time I sold $1,750, $1,750. Edward Jones is the buyer on that. $1,750. The buyer number 1, Don, buyer number 1.
Hello, my name is JC and I'm 9 years old. I want to thank you for buying my chickens. I'd just like to thank everyone for my hometown support, and I'd like to thank my family for helping me with my chickens.
Again, thanks to Edward Jones. Total amount was 4,353, and I do believe that's another record on the reserve account check. So congratulations to Joseph and Byron. So I think we're down to lot number 11, the Sale of Champions. Remember the belt buckle, right?
All right. Now remember this, and Don can go through these totals again. But if you absolutely thought that you were going to get something bought here today, and you didn't get it bought, and you have a little money left over, or what have you, you're welcome to come to the settlements desk and donate the rest of that money. I guess we'd like to know if it's any significant amount, thousands or more. Ladies and gentlemen, then we want to know whether you want to go to a scholarship fund or into the general fund or hometown support for any one of these individuals. So if there's more money available, we're going to find out, and we're going to sell the belt buckle, and then we will find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All the belt buckle money goes to the scholarship fund, okay? Here we go, dummy. We're looking here, 500 where? I would have been down 5, but I have to get a dummy, 5, but I got 100, 100 and a half, 100 and a half, 2, 2 and a half, 3. 3 would have been down, thank, but I 3 there, get a dummy, thank, but I 3 where? 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. 6 would have been down, thank, but I 500, now 600 on the but I 5, big 6. You're going to be 5 now 600, yes, 6, now 7. You're going to be now 7, but it'll be 7, now 8. 800 now 8, but 8, which one you got? 800 now 9. 800 now 9, he's not in now 9, but 9, nothing on the bill. Not been now 10, 11, 11 where? It's been now 1100 on the bill, but it hit now 11, but 11, now 11. It's against the law for a new commissioner to bid on a belt buckle and not get it bought. Oh my, here we go, 1100 where? 10, 1100 where? Now 12. Now 12, but a bit now 12, 13, no pressure, 13, 14, 14, 14, Randy's Italy, 13, 14, 15, 15, 15, 17 and a half, 15, 16, 16, 15, 16, 17, where? 15, now 1700, 17, 15, 17, 15, now 17, 16, 17. So there's no confusion. I'm right down here with Gold Williams, man, at 1600. You want to be 17 before I go? You want to look at the belt buckle. 17, now 2. 17, now take, we're going to do, now take, we're going to do, now 2. 17, will be 18, now 2. 18, 2. 18, now take, we're going to do, now 2. You probably don't have a belt buckle anywhere within sight. 18, 19. 18, now 19, we're going to 19, 19, we're going to 19. Here we go. 1909. Anybody else care to play? 18, 19, one time 9. So right there, $1,800 bill, buyer number 10. Buyer 10, that's going to the Jerry Litton Foundation. Is that right? The Jerry Litton Family Memorial Foundation. You betcha. Oh, Randy Little. Randy Little, one of the new commissioners, owner of PFI Western Store, is continuing bidder. Randy, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Had all that fun, didn't spend the dime. All right. Now, I know this, and if my calculations are right, I said we could do this. Edward Jones has another $1,000. Sharon, they have another $1,000 that they're going to put in on they want to go to the scholarship fund. Okay? If there's anybody else that has any money left over that you want to go to scholarships or to one of these 10 individuals, feel free to raise your hand right now.
Yep.
Yep.
He wants $1,000 on the general scholarship.
Randy Little, he's buyer number 17. He wants $1,000 for the general scholarship fund. Buyer 17, you betcha. Yeah. Anybody else? At this point, we're at $182,760 on our animals sold today. That doesn't count our scholarship money. Doesn't count any scholarship money. If there's anything else that any of you want to contribute, we appreciate it. It's going to a good cause. It's been a great year. You've been a great crowd. Hats off to all these buyers, all these exhibitors. Thank you to all the buyers, and everybody drive safely going home. Like I said, we have records on the reserve barrel, the reserve chicken, and the champion and reserve goats. Pictures. Tom is in charge of the pictures and the buyers. They're going to take them right here in front, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank each and every one of you. We appreciate you.